So, hold on, let me make sure my lips not crusty. They so dry because the air is so dry. Or maybe, nah, I'm not dry. um, but I probably do need some water. Hold on. Let me stop playing. Actually, no, for real. Y'all, I just want to say, always trust your intuition. And you know it's your intuition when the outside world fights against what your intuition is. Just trust your intuition, because it's not theirs, it's not for them, it's for you. Your life is your own. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is going to pull you in a direction or pull you away from a direction for a specific reason to your own personal journey. Your personal journey, not necessarily theirs, but definitely yours. So always trust it and always have faith. If you have faith, nothing's going to stand in the way. Nothing is going to stand in the way of faith, discernment, and determination and perseverance. Right. But let me get some water because my lips is crusty. Speaking of, if you live where I live, if you are looking to buy, I got, because I'm going to get rid of my stuff. Or, matter of fact, I might see, I don't know. Last time I checked how much a U-Haul cost for 7 hours to go to Mississippi, it said $1,000 to rent a U-Haul to go to Mississippi. Who finna pay $1,000 to rent a U-Haul? And it was the little one, which is the one that I need, but who finna pay just $1,000 to rent a U-Haul? They was tripping. So, that's why I'm like, I don't know about that. I can't do stuff if I gotta put too much of my effort into it, and not saying that you're not supposed to put your effort into it, because that you have to, it's your actions. But if I feel like I'm doing too much, or I'm forcing something to work for me, I know that that's not my path. If I gotta work too hard for it, if I gotta press myself too much or stress myself out too much about some shit, like, I know that's not my path. My path, especially the path when it's my intuition telling me to do something, and it's like I said, it's against what other people would advise or whatever, that's when things always go right for me, because spirit works in mysterious ways. And it's your own personal. That's why, like, when I talk about God and I talk about the universe, that's why I have to alliterate. Like, it don't matter what you call it, whatever you decide to call it, because I'm not trying to invalidate anybody else or what they believe. But we all talk about the same energies. It's literally energies, frequencies, vibrations. Yeah. Like, we talking about the same shit. People just got their own words, but we all mean the same energy of what we talk about. And in my opinion, you have to have your personal guide, which is your higher self, that connection, in order to have the connection to the spirit, to the, like, almighty highest, whichever one is the highest. So we are gods. We are children of God. Therefore, we are gods. And our higher self, which is the soul that we are, that came from the ether into this world to have a human experience, that's who you have to be in connection with, which is why you need to trust your intuition. Your intuition is your spirit talking to you. That's your personal journey, your personal connection, your personal mission on earth is talking to you. If you keep having the same thought over and over and over again, obviously that means you need to pay attention to that. So I just got confirmation of what I'm finna be doing. I still don't know complete details, which I'm not as worried now, especially because I just got that quick ass confirmation. So let me show you. I was like, and that's why I say you gotta have. It's like you first, like God, but it's your higher self, which is the God. It's the God that's connected to the highest source, to the universe. So, and it's so crazy how fast it happened, because, like I said, when I would say it in a different way, I would feel like I didn't get no answers, or I would feel like I was guessing still. But I was like, Keirra, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And I said it like that, like I wasn't myself, and I was talking to who I am. I was like, which is like a mirror. Like, if you ever looked in the mirror and had a conversation with yourself or whatever, That's not crazy. I think it's very sane. I feel like the people who don't do it are the crazy ones. Same way I think the people who don't believe stuff like this are the crazy ones. They be trying to say we crazy, but it's really them, to be honest. But anyway, so as soon as I word it like that, like I'm not myself and I'm talking, and why I did that was because, like I said, I'm thinking of it. It's like every time something start working the right way, or I feel like I'm getting that connection for real, is when I focus it on me. When I focus it on specifically me, instead of trying to focus it on some stuff that I can't see, it's like, okay, it's through me. I am the soul. I am the spirit. That's why they say I am. I am, because it is I am. It's us. It's us, our own selves. Which is, in all reality, you're going to die. And guess which part of you is going to still be alive? The soul, which is the I am, which is what we supposed to connect to, which is why we talk about the higher power, the higher source, because you're not automatically just aware of it, because we've been taught to dismiss it at an early age. We've been taught to get our head out of the clouds, to focus and pay attention to what's going on in the world and like stuff like that, instead of what we did as a kid, especially people like myself. Always thinking, head in the clouds, always thinking. They don't want to be bothered with the rest of the world. There's too much chaotic stuff going on at a young age, but then the adults would be mad because either you're not listening, or you're lazy, or you're this, when you're just minding your own business. Minding your own business. And to any parents with teenagers, when your teenager is in that stage of they sleeping a lot, that's how our body and our soul replenishes itself. So to the parents out there that be so toxic, they don't do nothing, they just sleep. What you sleeping for? Get up and go do something. Da 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 da. Go clean up or don't do this. Okay, yeah, the house should be clean. So I'm not saying the house shouldn't be clean and all this kind of stuff. I totally believe in everybody clean up after themselves though, because that's how it should be. So if that person been asleep all day, what did they mess up? Nothing. What did you mess up? They fucking sanity? That's what you messed up. They sleep schedule? That's what you messed up. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to say, like, people, that's where the disconnect come from, and that's why I'm saying trust your intuition. You know what's best for you when you tune in, and that's why God is within us, and that's why it's through us. It's literally through us. Okay, but back to my story. Let me drink some water for real, because my lips are so dry, and I don't know why, other than the fact that the air is dry too. But maybe it's, let me see, am I dehydrated? I shouldn't be. Ooh, I did pee a few times already, and I was like, why did I have to pee again? I just peed. Okay, so, yeah, it looked like I do need to drink some water. Anyway, so, this is what happened. I was like, okay, Keirra, then where do you want to go? Where should we go? Where, like, I was asking myself, but in the myself form that is the future me that I already did whatever it is that I'm supposed to do. And as soon as I freaking said it out loud, I was walking home. As soon as I said it out loud, all of a sudden I promise you, it looked like a bird came out of thin air in front of my face and went down by a car. And the other day, I had been on TikTok. It was last night. I was on TikTok, and one of the people that came up on my For You page doing a reading or whatever, she was saying something about how you keep asking your guides to tell you stuff, and every time they send you something, you never pay attention. Then she said something about the bird, and she said something about the feather, and she said something about the numbers and everything, which I always know the numbers, and I always knew like the birds had something to do with it too, but I just thought like just their presence meant protection, which I believe that too, and feathers are like protection too, and that's what I be believing. So, because that happened last night, when she was talking about when you ask for something and when you ask for answers or something and they tell you, you don't pay attention, and that's why you don't have the answers that you are looking for, it made me click. As soon as I saw the bird, especially since it seemed like it came out of thin air, I saw the bird swoosh, go down by the car. I look where the bird go, because it was still in front of me, so I walk up to where the bird, so I could see where the bird had went, looked under the car. It was like 4 or 5 birds. I was like, something told me, look at the license plate. License plate. Florida. I just got done talking to somebody literally before I went outside to walk home. Just got finished talking about the fact that okay, I'm finna move somewhere warm. I'm not even really sure, but I'm just going with the flow because my intuition is telling me, like, we gotta go. We need to go. And I just know that it's going to be somewhere warm. And I'm thinking more like the West Coast because I was like, oh, Cali or Arizona, basically. But I still wasn't 100% sure. So she was telling me, if I was you, I'd go to Florida because, you know, it's cheaper. And she was like telling me a whole bunch of stuff because she was there before or whatever. And she was like, you can't swim in Florida because, I mean, in Cali because the water is so cold. I'm like, it's cold? What do you mean it's cold? I thought it was warm down there. I mean, over there. And she was like, it is, but like not the water or whatever. So I'm like, oh, she was like, if you want to be swimming on the beach and stuff like that, you gotta go to Florida. You can swim in a bikini at Florida, but in California, you gotta have on a wetsuit or whatever, or a sweatsuit or whatever, wetsuit. No, sweatsuit. I don't know, whichever one. I ain't from there. I don't know. But I was like, dang, I didn't even know that. So I would have been mad about that. I would have been taken aback by that. I didn't know that. And I'm anemic, so I'm sensitive to the cold. So when she was telling me that, I started considering it, especially when she was like, and it's cheaper there or whatever. And then she, you know, she mentioned Miami and like the things you could do like quicker there. She was like, well, yeah, if you go there, you know, it's jobs everywhere. Like you could get a job quick, and you could get one quick, especially that pay good. And she was like, and like a lot of people go there, they be strippers or whatever, but if you don't want to take off your clothes, of course, you could be a bottle girl and still make bank. And I'm like, you know what, that is what I want. I want to make a lot of money. And I did think about becoming a stripper before, but I'm like, no, I'm not that type of person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that type of person. And I don't like men. I don't even like when men try to court and try to do all that extra stuff and try to holler at me when I'm just being my normal self. And I don't like that. It made me like, I just don't like them. I'm not gonna lie. That I just got a bad taste in my mouth of men all of my now 20 years, but I'm gonna say 19 years because technically I haven't fulfilled, maybe, yeah, I guess 20 years. They're all sick. They're all sick in the head. Well, I'm not gonna say all of them, not all of them, but majority of them they are. So I'm just over them. I'm really over them. But the bottle girl stuff, I was like, I could do that. I like looking cute, to be honest. And I want to get paid for just being cute. I want to get paid just to look cute. But I don't want to do nothing with nobody because that's what they be trying to do. And I am not that type of person. Not saying that strippers do that because I don't think all strippers do that. But even people on TikTok, they be on stripper talk. They be talking about how it's competitive. Girls be trying to steal. They'll try to fight you because it's competitive pay or whatever. And I'm not into that type of stuff anyway. I don't want to be around nothing that's like low vibe, negative energy, which means like I probably won't even really be a bottle girl, or if I do it, I'll make a quick few thousand or whatever just to get myself settled in or whatever, and then switch to a different job or whatever. Basically, I really want to just be an actress, a celebrity. I want to just be a socialite. I literally am an Aquarius. I just want to be paid and be rich and be famous and be everything that I am and get recognized for it just because I am that. Like some Paris Hilton, even though Kim Kardashian, she's not an Aquarius, but she got that type of vibe to her. Like it's just like, you know, she's famous for being her. Paris Hilton, famous for being her. When you think about Oprah, she's famous for being her, and she talks like Aquarius. We talk. That's why Oprah and Ellen, they have TV shows, because like Aquarius are like, we're so intelligent basically. I didn't know Brandy or Kelly Rowland was an Aquarius. But I think that's because they're February Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. I know Kelly is a February Aquarius. I'm a January Aquarius. So it's like different vibes depending on which month she was born in. But I didn't know they was one, but that's cool. I knew Oprah and Ellen and Paris Hilton. And who else? Harry Styles. Who else? I think Michael B. Jordan is supposed to be an Aquarius. I'm not sure on that because I didn't look it up. I just saw it on something. But yeah, I fuck with my sign. But I'm one of them people. I'm like, yeah, that shit. When I saw that, I read that on something. It was like, Aquarius just want to be. Why LovelyMimi just got on live talking about some Let's Talk About Dreams. Oh, I'm finna end this because I'm finna watch her. Because then she talk about dreams. That's why I'm finna move for real, because I keep having dreams that in Quincy, when the snow happen and get mushy, it's gonna be sinkholes happening. I keep having dreams about that, and I don't take shit like that lightly, because I am a
Keirra gang and Raquel and Jade and
I am a spiritual person. And I ever since COVID started, ever since May 2020, I will never ever deny God, the universe, my higher self, my intuition. Even though I've been resistant about my intuition because, you know, you are the one that have to take the steps, and it's so scary to be the one taking the steps. Like, you can know it's gonna be okay, and still though the steps to do it, it's just like but how you just want to know so bad, but how, and it's like you just got to do it, and it's gonna unfold as you do it. And I've learned that. And
of course, when people say you have to dream about fishes, somebody's pregnant.
she said she had a dream about fishes.
You're pregnant.
Oh, Mimi probably pregnant. Her and Stretch having some more little light-skinned babies. Oh my god. Okay, let me pause her actually because I do want to watch. I'm gonna watch it. She live. I like when she live because she actually be interacting or whatever. But anyway, so I'm gonna finish what I was talking about. So basically, my higher self told me Florida, which I have looked up my astrology, the Astro Travel Click, something like that, astroclicktravel.com or something like that, where it tells you based off of your birthday, your birth chart and everything, where in the universe you're going to end up and what it's going to mean for your personal spiritual journey. And towards the West Coast, it told me that was more like that was more like me being strong and dominant and being rebellious and going against the systems and going against shit, basically, which I'm like a good person for that. Because like I said, this world is fucked up and I see it, and I'm not conforming to the fucked up fuckingness of this world, because the more we conform to it, the longer it's going to be fucked up. So the quicker we all wake the fuck up, get our heads out of our asses, and do something about it, because it's us that have to do something about it, because we are the people. The government is not the people. We are the people. That all of the people before us put these people in their place, and that's why they have so much power. And that's why I don't think I grew up in a democratic type of like environment where most people didn't even vote though, but most people was in the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party means the government has more control over us because we want to sit back and be less self-sufficient. I don't think I'm into that, because I'm learning that I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm not into it. It's helpful for when you want to sit down and you want to relax and be okay. But for us to change the government to what we need it to be, we have to be more self-sufficient so that we can be in our power to make sure that they're running our country the way that benefits us, because the way they run our country, it does not benefit us as a whole and humanity as a nation. And also, I'm okay with the one world order as long as it's not these same type of people in charge, because they shouldn't be in charge, because we are all supposed to be in charge. We're all supposed to have say so. We're all supposed to stand up and do the things that make it right and do the things that make us, balanced and harmonic or whatever. And I feel like that's the problem. Well, not feel like, that is the problem. That's literally the only problem, is that more people need to wake up. More people need to wake up. More people need to express their opinions. More people need to figure themselves out. Everybody needs to heal themselves. Like I said, the connection is between you and the source, which you have to be connected to you. You have to be connected to your higher self in order to even be connected to what is higher anyway. And there's two types of ways. So men are more connected physically. Women are more connected spiritually. So men are like the sun and women are like the moon. They are equally important. They equally mean things, and they equally have their divine place and structure and importance to the world. It's a balance. And the sooner that everybody get in their true alignment with themselves, their higher selves, the sooner the highest source is going to be in tune with the universe. And we're going to get back on the right track, and things are going to be perfectly fine. But again, until we all get like that, it's going to keep going downhill. And the more we go downhill, the more bad things happen. the more things you're going to see prophesized, the more things that are going to start dying off. Dying off. As well as the more we start to rise our vibration, the people who don't continue to, the people who haven't done that type of work, and we continue to keep doing that and go higher and higher, and when we're pulling it up, if you are not in the same spectrum, so this is the spectrum, and think of a line. So you can think of it up or down, side to side. It don't even matter. To be honest, it's the same thing. Think of a line, a line. Think of a spectrum. No, think of a box. So a box and a line. Go back to freaking, what's it called? Box and Whiskers type shit. Math class. Box and line. So the line is all of time, all of eternity, right? The box is the eternity, the split of eternity that is presently going on, that you're presently a part of, shall I say. So collectively, if we're in this box on the line, and it hasn't been moving, it's been stagnant. Once it starts pulling towards a certain direction, and then the box doesn't get bigger, it doesn't get smaller. Any of the vibrations inside the box that start going towards the back and gets left behind, that's how you get cut off. So the more we go this way, and the more y'all stay where y'all at, if y'all stay where y'all at, and we keep going higher and higher and higher, or to one side, if you don't think it's higher or whatever, it doesn't even matter which one you think it is. It's the same energy. That's the cutoff. People are getting cut off from, and the planet is naturally purging itself like a female. It's Mother Nature. It's the females. Same way females, every month, their uterus cleans itself out of what doesn't need to be there no more, that it built up for the month and was trying to birth something, but it didn't happen. It turned rotten. It turned bad, basically, because what needed to happen didn't happen, right? So all of the things that needed to be left behind because now they're going bad. So they come out, they die, and they come out. And it's the same thing with the universe. The more we continue to rise our vibration, which it will continue to happen, and the more people stay down, or it's not going to be more people staying down, because like I said, it's happening. It cuts off anything that isn't in the frequency that we are on the verge of. Whatever we're on, it cuts off anything that's less than what it is, the more we pull ourselves higher. But reincarnation is real. We should all know that, because DNA is real. DNA is real. You could track it back to whatever and know all of these kinds of things because it's real. That's all it is. It's literally like, this stuff is, it sounds weird at first, and it sounds like, some, bing bong, goo goo gaga type, like, what the freaking heck is she talking about type stuff at first, until it starts happening. And the more we see things happening on the physical realm, instead of us people that's in tune with the spiritual realm trying to tell y'all before it comes, the more we continue to see it happening, it's too late. If you see it physically happening, it's already too late. If we tell you that the tsunami is going to come and wipe out this state, and this state, and you think, oh, they're conspiracy theorists, by the time you see the wave and you see that it's real, instead of listening to the calling, by the time you see that it's real, you already dead. As soon as you see it, just know you dead already. It's what, 100 miles up, it's however high these buildings are, whatever, it's way above the buildings. You see water coming towards us, well, towards you, and it's way above all the buildings. When you see it physically, you know you're dying. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You could try to run, you could try to go up the stairs as fast as you can, but once you see it, it's in real life, and you see it coming, it's too late already. That's why it's important to be connected. And not to down anybody who goes to church and be Christians and everything, but the Christians and all of the religions that say that astrology is demonic, or that something this and that, and don't take heed to the stars is natural. That's older than the Bible. They say it's demonic because once they see stuff with too much power, well, not even too much power, it's what they deem to be too much power, because technically they are the Antichrist, because they are not even connected, because they have bad spirits in them. So they can preach it and it's going to sound good and it's going to make sense, but in a way they are always deterring you from the reality that is the spiritual world. Just by them saying that the stars is demonic. The stars that were here before we even got here, before our ancestors even were created. But yeah, like I said, so by the time oh, this is gonna happen, I saw it in my dream. Oh, she's crazy. Stop listening to her. She needs to go to the nut house. You know, somebody needs to off her. That's why they killed the witches, because the so-called witches. That's why I don't even like when people call it witches, because in a way for me it's just bad. Just don't say that. Don't be putting names and don't be putting stuff on. Don't be labeling things, because people perceive things how they want to perceive them. And when you put names to stuff and people perceive it a certain way, you're putting yourself in harm's way. It's called discernment. That's why you'll never catch somebody, especially like these celebrities and stuff. We know the problem isn't some big force that is gonna kill us off, and we're thinking it's the people around us that are opposite of us. They're opposite of us, and they get scared of what we are capable of, and they get scared of what we might bring to the table. And when I say the table, I mean to the universe, which is just not what we think it is. That's why people know not to continue to say things once they get to a certain level spiritually, because when you talk about it, people who like the Christians, who think it's demonic, who think it's bad, who thinks like it's something, it's a witchcraft that's like, you're not supposed to do it, and all this kind of stuff. Those are the people you gotta watch for. Those are the people. Not some extraterrestrial type of source, not some aliens, nothing like that. It's our own people. And the more you become spiritual, the more you be able to seek out people's spirit and their soul, the more you're able to see and know, you gonna understand that it's not aliens and extraterrestrials. It's us. It's literally us. And there's only two types of us. And it's not anything physical. It has nothing to do with your skin color, your gender, your height, your hair color, your eye color. It has nothing to do with any of that. Even though, in a way, your blood type and all that kind of stuff could kind of tell us anyway. But don't nobody got time for that. We don't have access to that. It's way more easier. All you gotta do is tap into your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities. Once you start seeing people's auras, you got it. You got it already. Once you can see people's auras, you got it. That's all you need. That's all you need to be able to do is see people's aura. All you need is discernment. All you need is your connection to your higher self and to listen to your intuition. That's all you need. It's very simple. Everybody is capable of it, because we are all humans who are just here for a moment of time. We are in a split moment of time in this eternity. It's never ending. It never started, and it's never going to end. It's just always here. Like, wrap your mind around it. You can't, because we're not supposed to be honest. But once you learn, there's only two types, and it's the people who are good, and it's the people who are bad. And it has nothing to do with their physical. Their physical. It's their soul. It's their spirits. It's whatever spirit is housing them at this moment. Because they could be good people on the outside. They could be fronting. They could be throwing you a story that's just like not their soul. And that's why I say, like, it's just you gotta have discernment. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said, it's hard to explain it on the outside through words once you know and once you experience it, because it's like no words can really explain it the way that it needs to, the way that it is. It's like you cannot explain it. You just have to experience it and you have to know. So I just would encourage everybody to meditate and to heal their trauma, because those are the ones who are bad. The people who have not healed themselves, which everybody on the whole planet has been through something. They've been through some type of trauma. No matter who you are, you've been through something, and it affected you, and it made your soul whatever it is throughout however many lifetimes, because it don't even have to just be this lifetime. It has everything to do with your DNA, your blood, your ancestors. And I'm going to let y'all know something right now. This is a big, big, big reason why. If you think about what people call witchcraft and what you think of when you think of something like witches and witchcraft and like voodoo and hoodoo and all of this kind of stuff that people have made some type of like negative connotation, or however you say that word, whatever. Think about the type of person you would perceive those type of people to be. Now think about the people who would tell you to be afraid of that and to scrutinize and to hate and to judge that. The same people trying to read you and sell to you the Bible that they're supposedly all for, that says never to do what they do when they talk about this type of stuff, and how they'll tell you it's demonic, and how they'll tell you that these people, and they're judge, and they'll do this. And then you can tell, when you're in tune and you go to church, you can tell real quick who really fronting. You can tell real quick how much money has to do with what's going on. Money is physical. Money is physical. Money is not spiritual. It has a spiritual frequency and an energy like everything else in the world, yes, but it's not spiritual. You cannot take that with you. You can leave it here on earth for whatever you might put on this earth, but let's say you become a millionaire and they shoot you dead quick because you became a millionaire. You were connected to something higher, and they got afraid of that. They shot you dead. You didn't even have a family. What was the purpose? Where is it going? What really mattered? It mattered was just your soul. Your soul. And more than likely, if you get it like that, you get up there or something like that. Not saying that all, like I'm saying, it's not what on the outside what it might look like. So I'm not saying everybody that's rich are good people. We've obviously seen how that is, like I said, the root of all evil. Because they're not good. A lot of them are not good. Their souls are evil. They have done horrible things. They have done horrible things to people, to the planet, to society, to humanity. They've done horrible things and claimed to be good. Some of them didn't even claim to be good. They just fronted like they were good, and people perceived them as being good, but that's not what was going on. But yeah, your friends, your family, your strangers, it's their soul that matters. And that's why seeing auras is important. That's why discernment is important. That's why being in tune is important. That's why knowing, like, I don't know how to explain it into depth the way that I know it, because like I said, the words, the sentences, it's like it's unexplainable. It's like a frequency. You just have to experience it. The same way I just experienced it outside when I was like, Keirra, what are we doing? Which way are we going? Where do you want to go? They told me right then and there, literally. Through the form of a bird and a car. And it sounds crazy just saying it, but to experience it, it was like, wow, that makes so much sense. Like, it's just like, of course, of course, because it's like, it's not something that is unobtainable. Like, you think of it, and you think of it as something that isn't already all around us. It's already all around us. It's already there. It's never not there. He sees. It's not even a he. It sees, it hears, it feels, it experiences everything that we are, because we are only here because of it. So it knows everything. We have free will to do whatever we want, though. So until we ask for guidance, until we listen to the guidance, it's not gonna register. It's not gonna click. And we're blindfolded. We're blindfolded when we're not connected, and that's why it's called to be sleep. And when you take the blindfold off, aka lift the veil, that's why it's called woke, because then you're in tune. But anyway, I'm finna go watch LovelyMimi on her live because I just probably missed everything she's talking about. And sometimes she get off there fast, and I like her. So, no, go to live. Go to the live. All the way to live. Let me see what she's doing.
There's no way. After the situation that just went down.
Whoa, I missed something. Okay, I'm gonna see y'all later. But yeah, go follow LovelyMimi on YouTube because she is lit.
Are they in a parallel universe?
She talking about. Hold on, we gonna watch her on. We gonna watch her. Hold on, let's listen to what she talking about.
Once I started reading about parallel universe or skipping, whatever, that's when I was like, is that what happened that day?
I like her too because she was talking about something that spiritually happened to her. Even though she's a preacher's kid, so when I hear her talk about it, she talks about it in a way that's like sometimes the stuff she says she's experiencing, it makes sense because that's the real shit. But how she perceives it, somebody else gave her that that connotation of it because is connotation what I'm thinking about? Is that the word I'm trying to use? But it sounds good, so I'm gonna say it. Connotation. They gave her that perception. That's why I'm gonna say perception. They gave her that perception of it because she even said on her something like the astrology or like something like that was the demonic or whatever. And she said 666 was demonic. Even though when she told the story of how it kind of made it seem like it was demonic, it's not demonic. Actually, her friend was more right. It's definitely 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. It just depends on your energy. It depends on what you do. It depends on your soul, how it comes to you, basically. So, one of them.
I don't want to mess up those horoscopes up here now.
And she's talking about horoscopes too. Oh, she said, that's what she said. She was like, the horoscopes and astrology was demonic. And no, it's not. That's what the church will tell people. Because they're afraid about the true power. They don't like the true power. Which is the power that we all have in ourselves. They want to teach people to do things that are like more like, in a way you'll get what you're asking for, you'll get answers, but it's all through you. You'll get it faster, you'll get it clearer if you do it the way spiritual people tell you, which is through yourself. It's through yourself. It's meditation. It's affirmations. It's actions within yourself. It's speaking to yourself.
They were still a mile away, and
I don't know what she's talking about because I missed something.
They weren't in no accident.
Someone commented, "Dreams are the windows to the soul," is what my grandma used to say.
Feeling the pain, feeling the airbag.
I get so much stuff in my dreams. Speaking of dreams, so she talk about her dreams. Hold on, she had to get paused. That just reminded me. Why in the hell is this girl steady in my... This her, I think, second time being my dream. I haven't seen her since I was in middle school. And I actually, like, I had so many bad, like, experiences of her in real life. So I just want to know how somebody... Even though I understand because shadow work is, like, a big thing. When you understand what's going on, like, it's, like, a big thing. It's literally yourself. It's you. It's literally yourself. It's literally just you. But... She gonna try to, in my dream, it was so weird. Like I said, this is my second time having a dream about her. In the last, like, probably, like, 6 months, I'm gonna say. 6 months, like, because 6 months ago was when I had the first dream about her. And then this morning, I woke up and she was in my dream. And for some reason, it's like, it kind of matched the last dream that she was in, which was 6 months ago. And I had kind of forgot about it. But I always write my dreams down because, like I said, like they said, there's messages there if you're in tune. In my first dream, I had saw her on the street or whatever, and she was trying to talk to me or whatever, and in that dream, I didn't really know what she was talking about. I don't know. I just knew that I was on the street doing something, ran into her, and she, like, would start talking to me or whatever, and I remember when I woke up, I'm like, why the fuck is she in my dream? She used to bully me or whatever. In this dream, it's crazy because that's exactly what I said to myself after that first dream 6 months ago. So now in this dream, it was like a continuation of that dream. And I actually told her, we both had a conversation. And she was like, you said I used to bully you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, you did used to bully me. You don't remember that? And I don't know. It was like literally the same type of, like, it looked like the same type of setting, except for the one from today that I woke up from. It went from daytime to nighttime. And the first one, it was like all daytime, but this one started out daytime and it ended at nighttime. And it was like one of those dreams where it seemed like it's gonna come true, which that would make sense because, like I said, like, I don't know her personally, but she did have, her and a few other people, they did have a big, like, effect on my life at that time, which was in middle school. They had a whole lot of effect on my mental health at that time, which they probably didn't even know because they was doing whatever they was doing in life and they just thought it was some fun shit to do. It was some okay shit to do. But for me, it was like so personal and it was so like it was just horrible. It was just horrible. Some shit that I wouldn't do to anybody, and some shit that I wouldn't want anybody doing to my kids, or some shit I wouldn't want anybody to, or even let anybody do to me now, for sure. Fuck. I'm so glad I went through my spiritual awakening. You know, my whole life changed. My whole being changed. All of the shit that I had been conditioned into from being a kid who supposedly people didn't want to know things. They were afraid. They would tell me I had an old soul, but then they would be afraid of the things that I would say, and they would try to make me seem like I was wrong, or try to tell me that I was wrong and I was right, and like they would try to belittle me so bad. And that was like adults doing that, but like kids, they would bully me for no reason. Like, bitch, how's you mad? You way older than me. Why the fuck is you even talking to me? Leave me the fuck alone. That's why I had just started this wave of shadow work, and I think that's probably why I had a dream of her too, because I had just started this wave of shadow work where it's basically, shadow work is healing everything that you've been through. It's your inner child. It's literally healing your inner child so that you can grow from that. Because people who don't heal, they are traumatized. They stop mentally wherever they got traumatized at. They stay in that type of mind frame. And that's why it's important to heal. So I had started thinking about when the turning point in my life had started, when I was getting bullied and I was depressed and I tried to kill myself and I started cutting because I was depressed and I didn't know what the fuck to do, and I didn't have an outlet, and I didn't have anybody to be honest and talk about it with who would understand what I was going through and like help me through it. I found a different outlet, like I said, but I had just realized the whole, like, the root of what happened to why, and I'm in the place, and I've been thinking this whole time of why am I in the place that I'm in. Like, I'm like, it's a nice place, like, to settle down and understand, but spiritually, like, what was the point of all places in the freaking world? What was the point of it here? And I'm still here right now, even though I know I'm about to leave, but I'm like, it's something spiritual about it. So I decided to do my shadow work, and that's why I had started feeling stagnant. Whenever I start feeling stagnant, I know I need to do shadow work. Whenever I can see myself start being scared at night for some reason, like the dark, that's when I know I need to do shadow work, because it's like, I shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. What are you fucking afraid of? So I started it, and I was like, you know, it was this one incident when I was in 4th grade that started a ripple effect to all of the fucking bullying that happened from 4th grade on up, basically, of people belittling me, people not liking me, people trying to make me feel bad about myself, people like having some underlying like hatred for me for no reason, dislike for me for no reason. And I had went back to like, damn, that is how it started. It started literally from 4th grade, a misunderstanding with some girl, and not just some girl, I know who she is or whatever, but I already talked about her, and I'm not about to talk about her again, because, like, you know, I forgive people in my own way, but I will never ever forget. And especially if people don't do their right thing and apologize. Like, I'm a big person. Like, no, you gonna fucking apologize to me, or bitch, you can move the fuck on. Like, I ain't holding no grudges, but I'm definitely not gonna act like no shit didn't happen. Like, hell no, you got me fucked up. But it literally started because of a misunderstanding and a lie to why a whole, like, gang of people just didn't like me. And it was because of this one girl. She got her family involved, and it's like everybody here is family or some shit like that, or they connected in some type of way. So then everybody would start didn't like me, and then they would have their own little thing that would start happening to why it would further along like the didn't like me or whatever. And so it was like ripple effects, and then their friends wouldn't like me, and then their friends wouldn't like me, and then this happened, and then this happened, and it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But yeah, I started doing that shadow work not too long ago when I had realized, like, damn, my depression started. It was family shit going on too. It was family, definitely. It's definitely a well-rounded fucking shit that happened for my whole depression of why everything happened. But I had already came to the terms for my family, because that was the first one I had to deal with. I had to deal with the reality of what my family put me through. Still got a little bit of work on that, and that's for the ones that weren't there, because even though they weren't there, they did something still because they weren't there. But because it affected me in a horrible way. Even though, you know, probably it was best that they wasn't in my life, because who knows what they would have brought to my life, because not everybody brings good things to people's lives. So I'm not going to say that I would rather change it to be something else, because whatever happened, it happened now. And like that's why I'm a good firm believer in forgiving, but never forgetting, never underestimating like the power of what the truth is. Don't glorify people, don't glorify situations, and don't give the potential of situations the reality, because the reality is not what you're going to perceive it as, because you didn't know that part. You don't know people's intentions. You don't know people's souls and their spirits until you see and you learn for real, and you have to be around them to know that. So yeah, but yeah, so I dealt with the family part, and then that's how I got here. And I guess now this is the acquaintance part, because I really had to think about it. And I'm like, because I had to go backwards, because, you know, I'm going to remember the stuff that just happened, the stuff that's more recent. And then after that, and then after that, and then after that, then you get down to the boiling point, and then you be like, damn, it all really started because of this one motherfucking shit. Like, damn. All of that for nothing. Legit nothing. Nothing at fucking all. Not no type of valid, you did this or you said that or da 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 and you're horrible, you did something and you're wearing the wrong. It literally started from some bullshit that was taken way too out of context, because it wasn't even, motherfuckers was lying. Motherfuckers was not being truthful with what the fuck they was feeling. That's what happened. But it turned out then it got her family involved, which when her family got involved, then some things will happen. Because when you put out that energy not to like somebody, only bad stuff is going to come from it. So bad stuff just kept coming. Bad stuff just kept happening. And I'm steady like, what the fuck? I was minding my business so much as a child. Like, I was, like I said, I be in my head. I was always in my head. Like I said, and I was going through whatever I was going through at home. So, in my spirit, not necessarily because I'm saying like the physical shit ain't it. I've always been a spiritual person. I just never knew that everybody wasn't like this. I didn't know that it was something different. But it was spiritually. That's why when motherfuckers started what I'm talking about, started this shit, like I said, it was some lies and it was some feelings that motherfuckers wasn't, you know, they wasn't trying to reflect on themselves. And plus we young, so we don't do that anyway. You project or whatever. But I can't believe, like, I'm really sitting here thinking about it, and I've been thinking it, and I've been putting it off though, but I've thought about it. All of that shit, all of the shit that I went through was chain reaction over some bullshit ass kitty, like, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, it all started. It's literally, I remember the exact night. I remember exactly what happened. And that shit is just fucked up. And I want to thank my younger self for being as strong as she was. And I want to thank God. And I want to thank actually my younger self for not cutting that deep, because we could have been dead by now. And, you know, I like my life and I like myself. I love myself. And I wish that I could have been this. I wish I would have been able to get in tune with myself like I am now back then, because it would have saved some sanity at that time, especially. And I probably could be further right now than I am right now. But, you know, things happen for a reason. And I'm just glad to be where I'm at. Because, like I said, I love myself. I'm trying to upgrade my life. Which it will happen eventually. And if not, the spirit is upgraded anyway. So it doesn't matter. My spirit upgraded. That's all that really matters, to be honest. Like I said, the physical, it's like you can't really take that with you. It's just there for the time being. But since I am here, though, I do want that shit. Like, hello, I'm here. I am here. I'm right here. But yeah, I was like, why the fuck is this bitch in my dream? And especially because, like, both times she was in my dream, I wasn't thinking about her. I'm not gonna lie, it did make me look her up on Facebook to see what she looked like now or whatever. She looked the fucking same, to be honest, but I was like, oh, okay. What was the purpose of that? Like, what was the purpose of that? I don't know. Other than to realize the fuck shit. That was just like, well, fucking damn. I can't believe this bullshit. Literally. So I'm gonna tell y'all why it started. It started literally because I didn't sit by this girl on the bus in 4th grade one day. And I had sat by her before. But because of this one particular day, I didn't sit by her. I didn't want to sit by her for a specific reason, which I've already said in one of my other videos. It literally started because of that. Because I didn't want to sit by a girl on the bus. And I remember, like I'm telling y'all, the whole night of the incident. Because like I said, the bus part happened probably in the morning because it was a school bus. And what had happened at nighttime was what I'm thinking about, like the biggest thing, which is when a whole bunch of people that I didn't even know had got involved in the bullshit. That was like, what the fuck is going on? But the morning, it was because I didn't want to sit by her on the bus that day. So that night, I don't know what she told everybody. I don't know what the fuck happened. I know what she told my mom. She told my mom that she think I had a crush on her, which was furthest from the truth. And I honestly felt like it was way opposite, because I was like, what? It was the opposite. And I was like, what the fuck? But that's how it started. It literally started. Like, I was like, I can't believe this bullshit. But from that night on, that's when the hell story started. And all of the fucking shit happened. People was bullying me. People was belittling me. People was like sending negative energy my way. It's not even that, like I said, it's not necessarily the physical shit. It's that energetical shit. The same way I know for a fact when somebody is out there, like, they hating on me. I know for a fact. First off, it'll tell me in my dream, which in a way, the dream I had about that girl, like, it wasn't like a dream like, oh, she hating on me. It didn't seem like that type of dream, because I know those types of dream, because in my dream, that person will clearly be trying to hurt me, or like I'll feel it in a certain type of way. And this dream with this girl, it wasn't that she, like, it. I don't think it's that she said some stupid shit or some shit like that, or some shit like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't like this, what I'm explaining. But I can tell when people have been putting negative energy out about me, and like I said, it don't even got to be that they spoke it out. It ain't got to be that they talking about me or they talking about people to me. It's their soul, it's their intentions, it's that vibration and that frequency, that energy that they have towards me. I always can tell who have negative energy towards me, because they'll be in my dream doing some fuck shit, or when they get around me, I'll feel that fake shit, or when they're not around me and they do some fake shit, that's that fake shit. I instantly know it's fake shit. But yeah, like I said, the girl from this one, though, it didn't seem like all the other times I know when somebody got some fucking hatred towards me. Like, not too long ago, I had a dream that me and one of my cousins was doing some shit, and all of a sudden she switched on me like a snap and tried to fucking fight me, and her sister and her tried to stab me, and it felt like a real dream. So I knew when I woke up, I'm like, I probably shouldn't even fuck with her no more, because my dream just told me all I fucking need to know. Then, not too long after the dream, I didn't address it in real life, because like I said, it's kind of pointless when you spiritually in tune to address some shit in real life, because people will really try to make you seem crazy. Because what you feeling, they ain't necessarily got to always put it on the outside, and sometimes they don't even understand what they feeling and what they be doing, so they be like astounded by the fact that you can fucking read them like that, and to where they deny it, but you know. So I don't even say shit no more. I just know what I know, and that's the discernment about it. But then some days after that, you know, something told me to look her up or whatever. I'm trying to look her up on my TikTok, and it's saying basically that she didn't post nothing, which I know she posted something, and I know she got followers and all that kind of shit. She got likes and shit, and because we made a few videos together on TikTok. So my ass, I'm like, I know for a fact she blocked me, because I realized one day that her mom had blocked me, which is my auntie, on Facebook, and I'm like, what the fuck going on? And before I found out that my auntie blocked me, I had a dream about the same cousin trying to start some shit, and then the next day, when I had told one of my other aunties about it, me having a dream, that same day, she had told me, she was like, Keirra, tell me why your dream came true or whatever. And then she told me what the fuck was going on. And I was like, well, damn, I ain't no motherfuckers felt like that. I ain't no motherfuckers was gonna feel like that. Like, nobody even thought about that shit like that. Like, nobody was purposely doing some shit to try to hurt somebody, because we didn't. What the fuck would we do that for? We don't be thinking about shit like that. But that tell you other people's intentions and how they do shit, though. But anyway, so something told me, so I knew for a fact, like, I was like, okay, so that means she blocked me. So I get on my other TikTok account just to be sure, because I don't want to have feelings towards people if the shit ain't true, because maybe she got TikTok banned or some shit. So I want to check and make sure myself. So I get on my computer and I go on, which is logged into my other one, and I search her up on that page, and she comes straight up. And I'm like, well, damn, ain't that some shit? Look at her bio. Bio look literally similar as fuck to mine. She just put her own zodiac sign in the place of what I put in some shit. And then I scroll down, because she got videos, but she ain't got that many videos. So I scroll down and I see she deleted all the videos that had me in it. Like I said, we did two TikToks together, and she had deleted them off of there. So I was like, motherfuckers is big mad for no reason, and that's how they feel, and they better motherfucking keep it that way, because I'm 20. I'm in a whole different decade. I'm not no motherfucking kid. I'm not gonna force no relationship with no motherfucker that don't want to be in my life. So if you don't call, if you don't text, if you don't communicate with me, being the people who you are supposed to be in my life, I'm not pushing shit, because I've noticed that in my life. The only two people that I ain't got to push for a relationship with, which I'm going to say the first one would be my auntie Miko. I ain't never got to push my relationship with her. She clearly have a communication with me. She clearly have a relationship with me. It's back and forth. It's mutual. Not gonna lie, when my mom first kicked me out and I got where I got, we wouldn't have even a connection if I wouldn't have been the one reaching out to her, because she took the phone away before I even had to leave. So if I would have never even called her, she wouldn't even knew I had a phone. She wouldn't even knew I was doing good. She wouldn't have knew nothing. But that's my mom, and I love her, and I know she loved me, and I just know that she need to heal as a person or whatever. And I don't hold grudges, but like I said, I will never forget the truth about some shit. I'll never ever in my life put in the potential of some shit versus what the truth really was and what actually happened. Because like I said, I know her heart, and I know other people's heart, and I know humanity is supposed to be good, and I know people can change and everything, so I know it's good in people's hearts somewhere, even if they do bad things. But in the reality of what the fuck people have done, what they show me, I be putting too much of the potential into my perception. When I take away my potential and I leave things at what they are and what they have been, motherfuckers have done me wrong. Motherfuckers have done crazy shit to me. Never apologize. Never ask them to apologize either, because like I said, I heal for myself. I heal my shit so that I'm not a hurt person in this world hurting other people. I want the world to be a better place, and I want people to heal from themselves, because that's what we are supposed to be doing. That's what we need to do. But at the same time, like I said, like that forget shit, that'll never happen. I can't never forget some shit that happened to me. As long as I live, as long as I'm in this lifetime, I will always remember any fucking thing that anybody have done, said, or projected to me. Now, like I said though, I'm a forgiving person, so I don't hold grudges, and especially if somebody be genuine and you know, explain some shit to me, or apologize for some shit, like, then the forget part, like, you know, I'll never bring it up or whatever, because we dealt with it. If we deal with some shit, we dealt with it. Okay, it's in the past. Cool. But yeah, that bullshit. That's why I'm saying, like, when I have dreams of people either trying to harm me, or in my dreams, and I hear them talking about, it's specific types of ones that I know what it means. So other ones, like I said, like the one with this girl, I don't know why she was in my dream. I don't know the significance of why she keep being in my dream, but so that's one I'm gonna have to learn. However, come up in my real life, whatever happened or whatever, and then I'm gonna know from then on. Once I figure this one out, I'm gonna know on from then on. I'm gonna know from now on, from then on, after I figure out what it meant in real life to what my dreams was about her. When I figure out the situation, what it is with her, whatever, if there even be one, I know the significance of a dream like that if I have it again in the future. But the ones that I figured out is the ones when people trying to hurt me, the ones where I see people talking about me, or not, the ones where I see people doing shit behind my back type shit. I know what those ones mean in real life, and it's literally, to be honest, just the same thing as whatever happens in my dream. They're trying to hurt me. They got ill intentions towards me, shit like that. They don't really love me. They don't really like me. Their spirits is rotten. Their spirits is bad. I don't need to be around them. They don't need to be in my life type stuff. I'm fully aware of those type. But yeah, like, your spirit, your intuition to tell you what is right for you, what needs to happen. I definitely need better upgraded stuff, like, for my YouTube channel. Because I'm making this on Facebook because, excuse me, I want it to be an upload on my Facebook instead of just, and plus I want to tell people on Facebook, like I said, if you live where I live, like I said, I'm trying to move ASAP. So I'm selling my stuff. So like I said, all people gotta do is message me. You need some shit, or if you want to know what I got to sell or to give away, then like I said, all y'all gotta do, y'all just gotta message me. But yeah, like I have faith in myself because I know who I am, and I know that no one will ever be able to shake me. Nobody will ever be able to break me. I've healed, and I am in full alignment with my true self, and it feels great, and it's amazing. And I know big things are going to happen, and I'm ready for them. It's crazy too because, actually, never mind. Y'all be blessed. Like I said, I encourage people to meditate. I encourage you to write out your feelings. I encourage you to speak out your feelings, to speak out of anything, of your desires, your wants, your needs. I encourage it fully to be in tune with your highest self and the Almighty, whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, Jehovah, Jesus, if you want to call him Jesus, or call him at all. Call it she, the universe, the moon, the sun, the stars, literally whatever you would want to call it. Buddha, who else? What else do people call it? Whatever you decide to call it, it's all the same energy, in my opinion. But yeah, y'all see the light then dimmed out because the sun went down, so I'm finna get off this live because the lighting isn't good anyway. So have a great day. Well, night, whenever you're seeing this. Have a good life. Have a great life, actually. There we go.